Hello, I'm going to read this book. It's Alma and How She Got Her Name by Juana Martinez Neal. Alma Sofia Esperanza Jose Pura Candela had a long name. Too long, if you asked her. So here she has it written out. You can see her working hard to write it. And then, it didn't fit on the paper. She had to add the last bit. Candela. My name is so long, Daddy. It never fits, Alma said. Come here, he said. Let me tell you the story of your name. Then you decide if it fits. Ah. Sophia was your grandmother, he began. She loved poetry, books, jasmine flowers, and of course, me. She was the one who taught me how to read. So you have a picture of Sophia. They're looking at their family album. I love books and flowers. And you too, Daddy. And so she's sitting on her pile of books under a beautiful mural. I am Sophia. Esperanza was your great-grandmother, he continued. She hoped to travel, but never left the city where she was born. Her only son grew up to cross the 7 seas. Wherever her sailor son went, so did Esperanza's heart. So you see Esperanza surrounded by her treasures that her son sent her from around the world. The world is so big. I want to go see it, Daddy. You and me together. You have a big map of the whole world. A string connecting all the different places she wants to go. And she says, I am Esperanza. Jose was my father, Alma's daddy said. He was an artist with a big family, like many people had back then. Early each morning, he walked to the mountains and the plazas to paint everyday life. Sometimes I went along. Your grandfather taught me to see and love our people. You can see her great-grandfather painting. Sorry, grandfather, not great-grandfather. I wake up early every day and I draw a lot too. This morning, I drew a kitty cat for you, Daddy. She has beautiful art on her walls, all labeled. There are animals labeled in Spanish. I love that picture. She says, I am Jose. Pura was your great aunt. She believed that the spirits of our ancestors are always with us, watching over us. I like that word, ancestors. Do you know what ancestors means? This book is kind of talking about Alma's ancestors, about family from the past. This is also a very wonderful picture. Pura praying. Her father then says, when you were born, she tied a red string around your wrist, a charm to keep you safe. You know what a charm is? It's a very interesting word too. sometimes it's just like a small thing you wear, and sometimes it's more meaningful. And I think in this situation, it looks like she was a religious woman. And so she gave her great niece a charm to keep her safe. And she still has it on her wrist. And here Alma says, "Hello, Pura. It's me, Alma." She's talking to the ghost of Alma, of Pura, I mean. Candela was your other grandmother. She always stood up for what was right. You have here, do you know what they're doing in this picture? I think they're demonstrating. They're standing up for what is right. She has many daughters with her. I am Candela. She has a sign, just like her grandmother. I love the story of my name. Now tell me about Alma. Where does that come from, Daddy? I picked the name Alma just for you. You are the first and the only Alma. You will make your own story. And here you have the beautiful name written out. Alma, Sofia, Esperanza, Jose, Pura, Candela, with an exclamation point on the end. That's my name, and it fits me just right. I am Alma, and I have a story to tell. She looks very pleased with herself, unlike how she looked at the beginning of the book. And here is a portrait of Alma with a book that says Mi Historia, her history, and her name, Alma. I would like to read you the note from the author because I think it's quite lovely and very important. It says, a note from Juana. My name is Juana Carlota Martinez Pizarro. My father named me Juana after his mother, Juana Francisca. My mother chose the name Carla to honor the memory of her uncle Carlos. My father was a man of decisions, so when it was time to register my birth, he changed Carla to Carlota on the birth certificate. He was convinced that Juana Carlota was the mighty name he wanted for his daughter. Thanks to that change, I got stuck with what I thought was the most old-fashioned, harsh, ugly, and way too Spanish name in all of Lima, Peru, where I grew up. Little did I know that later on, after I moved to the United States, it would feel unique and remind me every day of where I came from. Where I come from. And then she asks, what is the story of your name? And what story would you like to tell? I think those are important questions, especially if you have such a wonderful long name like Alma does. Thank you for listening.